Step back and see the macro and digest it down to the micro. Trading, investing, and geopolitics from macro down to the micro. Welcome to Macronomics.
Welcome back to Macronomics, guys. Today, we're talking about this is a psychological approach that I feel like is foundational to our success. And so let's go ahead and dive on in and break this down. So today, guys, we're talking about being okay with the process, but primarily we're talking about not needing the money. And I don't know a simplistic word to overarch this concept, so I'll just use that outline. But rather, not worrying about the money. Now, guys, as you know, we also play poker, and a lot of these concepts correlate. But the biggest thing, like, if you play poker, you understand this analogy that if you're playing in a high stakes game and this is like all of your bankroll, you will make choices that will hinder your ability. It will be too much. You'll be using up too much resources. You won't be able to play your A game. You'll be playing your C game because you're too worried about what you could lose. You cannot be playing a game where you're worried about what you're going to lose because you can't focus on what's in front of you, because you're too focused on what you could possibly lose. And what you focus on and give your attention to naturally comes to fruition. And so this concept, guys, as far as trading, the past couple months, like, we're not even using the full amount of our account, the full amount of money in our account. The reason being is because we're not chasing the money. We're not chasing the money, and we do not want to focus on the money. We're primarily focused on trading well. But yes, of course we want to make money. Of course. But that comes secondary. Our focus right now is executing our plan. Are we closing the trades when we said we were? Are we getting into the trades based on the parameters that's in front of us and on our trade setup? Are we following our setup? Are we process oriented? Those outlines that I just shared are way more important to us than the results, because we want to be able to replicate the results. If we get to the results but we don't know how we got there, we can't replicate it. And so you don't want to put the cart before the horse. You got to be patient. And I think one of the foundational elements to help us in this process is simply to let go of wanting to make money. And it's kind of ass backwards if you ask me, because most people get into trading because they want to make money. But why is the statistic so high that people don't make money? It's because that's their focus and not trading well. You know, it's like basketball. We play a lot of basketball as well, or even pickleball. We've been getting into pickleball pretty heavily lately. If we get out there and we focus on winning, we're not paying attention to the small things that actually make the big W, which is, where's our feet placement? How are we hitting the ball? Are we communicating with our partner if we're playing doubles? In basketball, are we communicating with our teammates? Are we setting picks? Are we hustling? Are we, when we get down, are we communicating with our team an approach that could, address what's happening? Like, all these subtle things, guys. The championship, the W, is the icing on the cake. It's the damn cherry. It's not the cake. The cake is a process of so many small steps. And how this correlates to trading is when you get out there, when you start making money, or if you're making money now, it's not like that is great, absolutely, but it's the cake. I mean, it's the cherry on top, guys. It's a nice cherry, delicious cherry, but it's not the cake. Got to be process oriented and have your success based off of that. When we win or lose a trade, that is not going against us based on how we feel about ourselves. Did we follow our setup? Did we close out the trade based on the parameters that we seen and that we got into the trade with? These things here, those are way more important than whether you win or lose. whether you win or lose, guys. So that's I'm not gonna hone that concept in too much deeper. Do not focus on the money, guys, because if you focus on the money, you're not gonna focus on the process. The process precedes the money. If we was to give it an analogy, the horse is your process, and the cart behind it is the money. The horse comes before the cart. If you put the cart before the horse, you'll never go anywhere. So let that sink in, guys. Continue to keep putting the micro to the macro. Much love. We got the YouTube channel coming soon. Stay tuned. Got the website and all that stuff coming. See, the biggest thing we're excited about, though, is building a community of fellow traders and investors where we come together to share in the macro and the micro, and we connect the dots and we share ideas. That is what I'm looking forward to. So until the next one, guys, continue to keep putting it together, and don't put the cart before the horse.